If you see a funeral escort and you see black and white looking police cars, or I'm sorry, I shouldn't use that word because that makes me sound like I'm saying that.
A moment longer. Hello?
Yes.
Okay, there we go. Hello?
Yes, hello.
Hi. Hi, I've got one of our investigators here. He's our deputy chief. Can you kind of explain again what it was you were telling me?
Sure. Okay, so,
Sir, what's your name?
well, my name's Jeremy Dewitte.
Okay.
So we're clear, if you don't know who I am, I know you guys deal with millions of people, but just so we're clear, I am, believe it or not, sadly, a registered sex offender. However, the girl lied to me about the age, but that's neither here nor there today. However, I have started a business, and I started it 10 years ago with, I would say, Orange County Sheriff's Office and Orlando Police's not so much approval or blessing, but understanding that I was starting a business, and I was basically told to adhere to a bunch of rules, which I have for 10 years. They even chose uniform colors, which we've adhered to. We've gone out of our way to make sure that while we're doing our funeral escorts, we don't direct traffic. We don't put our hands out other than to the cars that will affect the funeral escort that we are providing. Without sounding silly or whatever, there is one other company that does what we do. They do it in cars, we do it on motorcycles. In 10 years, my company has zero accidents of the people that we're protecting. People say because we're very professional. Others will say that it's because we're not. We're a little aggressive. I don't know what the case is, but I do know I try to make sure my men are professional. The other company has accidents every year. Sometimes one year they had 8 accidents in 1 year of the people they're protecting. That's just some backstory. I'm sorry.
Real quick, I just want to make sure that we're on the same page. Are you calling in reference to a specific case?
No, I'm not calling in a specific case. What I am calling is right now I'm being told, and I've had 2 of my men threatened with arrest from the sheriff's office from one particular individual. He advised that the state attorney's office gave him permission to do an investigation against my business. And the state attorney's office has given him permission to arrest my men for impersonating police officers while doing funeral escorts. And
who is this?
His name is Sergeant Keith Vilder with the Orange County Sheriff's Motor Division. He's also the corporal that the state attorney's office had a case against in reference to him doing SWAT-like tactics to shut down barbershops in Pine Hills back in 2014 or 13.
So saying that we gave him permission to arrest your employees for doing what?
For doing or for impersonating police officers because we're doing funeral escorts. He's saying that you guys, or the state attorney's office, is saying that with the sheriff's office, we are no longer allowed to perform funeral escorts the way we do. We are no longer allowed to use the motorcycles, which is the same thing they were saying before when Sheriff Demings was in office. Sheriff Demings stepped in and made everything go away for about 6 years, maybe 5. And we were told the other day, or I was told the other day, while they were interrogating me, that the corporal and the sergeant that were talking to me, they advised me that there's a new sheriff in town, and the state attorney's office with the new sheriff in town is not going to allow us to continue to conduct business. Go ahead.
Just stop you right there,
Sure.
sir. I am not familiar with the rules and regulations concerning, at this particular moment, the guidelines concerning what it takes to actually conduct and be part of a funeral escort.
Sure.
So I don't know the background, based on that, so I would have to look into it. But as of right now, I'm not aware of anything that you're saying. However, if you give me a phone number, I can definitely get back to you.
Sure.
At this point, I can't speak knowledgeably about what you're saying. I hear what you're saying, but I don't know the rules behind and the regulations or the business licenses, or whether or not it's strictly law enforcement regulated for funeral processions.
So, I understand that. Real fast, Florida statute 316 1974, 316 1974 authorizes private companies such as mine to provide funeral escorts, because back in 2005, the sheriff's office, along with then Orlando Police, put holds to it, and most agencies put holds to it due to liability and danger for the officers.
They put a hold to it? What do you mean?
They don't do them anymore. When you see a motorcycle escort, if it is the sheriff's office, it was because it was a police officer only. If you see a funeral escort and you see black and white looking police cars, or I'm sorry, I shouldn't use that word because that makes me sound like I'm saying that. I have black and white patrol vehicles along with motorcycles. If you see them doing the funeral escort with purple and orange lights, that's my business. And we have been doing it in Central Florida all the way to Tampa for 10 years, in everybody's jurisdiction. And we've never had a problem until this deputy.
Sir, what's the name of your company?
My company's Metro State Special Services.
Metro State Special Services. Okay. Well, so basically, if you have a complaint with the Orange County Sheriff's Office, have you tried researching or following up with their internal affairs?
I have. I've gone to professional standards with no remedy. I've gone to the major with no remedy. I've gone to the undersheriff. No one is calling me back whatsoever. It's almost like this sergeant is just free to do whatever he wants. And again, the only reason why we're really upset right now or concerned is because he threatened 2 of my men with arrest for impersonating police officers. Because we were doing a funeral escort the other day. It was the 16th of this month, or last month. And an off-duty Orange County deputy sheriff purposely hit me with his truck, and it's on body cam video. He purposely hit me with his truck, and then threatened me with arrest for doing a funeral escort. And we called, of course, and made the complaint. We called 911 because he never showed an ID.
Sir, physically hit you or hit your car? Or?
No, he physically hit me, my body. I had to push myself off his hood with my hands and feet so I wouldn't be run over. He then threatened me with arrest for doing a funeral escort. At that point, of course, we called 911 because he never showed a badge. OPD responded because we were in Orlando's jurisdiction. And then this sergeant, Keith Vilder, who we keep dealing with, he showed up to an Orlando call because this guy was an Orange County deputy, and threatened to arrest my men, and then actually detained 3 of my men because of what they were wearing, put them in handcuffs, and then released them. But then he took over the internal affairs investigation of this officer hitting me, and that's what they're talking about. If my men don't come in to give a statement in reference to when this deputy hit me, they're going to be arrested for impersonating police officers on that funeral escort.
So saying the Orange County Internal Affairs Unit is investigating him hitting you with the car?
No, sir, they are not. They gave it to Keith Vilder, Sergeant Keith Vilder. They gave him the case to investigate himself.
So I gave it to Sergeant Keith Vilder.
That is correct.
Who actually hit you?
Yes. I don't know the deputy's name. No one would give me the deputy's name whatsoever.
Okay.
In fact, I don't even have a case number.
Well, like I said, sir, at this point, is that the basis for what you're trying to call about? Is that...
Well, I think it's the catalyst that has started the harassment to the point where, like I said to the other lady, the nice lady, he's called workman's comp. He's called my car insurance, my personal car insurance company, and got my insurance canceled, and on and on and on. Which I'm confused. Like I was saying to her, where is that law enforcement? When does... And I've called to ask for help and nobody's responding. So I'm reaching out to the state attorney's office. Again, the unit that I know prosecutes, not defends. And I understand your position and your job, but nobody's helping me on the law enforcement side. And my men I have people quitting on me because they're scared of these deputies. In fact, we worked on Sunday doing a breast cancer awareness event, and we were in Seminole County, and Orange County deputies in cars were taking pictures of us in Seminole County jurisdiction, which is confusing how they even cross county lines to take pictures of us. We don't understand, and we're being told that the state attorney's office is approving a investigation to investigate us, to shut us down. That's what we're being told. So I'm calling to find out if that's true or not. So
all right, well, let me do this. I'm going to try and find out some information, and somebody will get back to you.
I appreciate your time, sir. And ma'am, thank you for your time as well.
Is your phone number a good phone number to reach you at?
Yes, sir. It's 407 73.
407 73.
Yes, sir. And what's funny is
Orange County is telling you the state attorney's office has approved an investigation to shut down your business.
That is correct. That's what we've been told. And sir, I have that on body camera and recordings. Also, if you ask State Attorney Richard Welsh, in fact, I'm supposed to testify on one of his cases coming up very soon. I've actually talked to him since then, and he was laughing, and I said, "What's that, sir?" He said, "It's funny, after we met the other day, 2 days later, I saw one of your guys is doing a funeral." He said, "I saw you guys doing a funeral, and you guys are extremely professional. So if you would like to talk to Mr. Welsh, he's even seen how we look and how we dress and how we drive." So I don't understand.
Of your complaint?
I'm sorry?
Was he aware of your complaint?
No, this is the first time I'm calling the state attorney's office, because it's been spiraling out of control for the last, I would say, about month. But yesterday, when he threatened to arrest my men for impersonating, now it's kind of, I'm very concerned.
All right, Mr. Dewitte. What is the address for your business?
We currently just moved from 1725 Lee Road. 1725 Lee Road. We have storage units right now. We haven't moved into our new office as yet. We're supposed to do that next week.
Okay, so right now it's 1725 Lee Road, or are you just in transition?
We're in transition. And that's the thing, is the landlord of our last office hit one of my men on purpose with his car, because anyways, and Sergeant Keith Vilder came out to the scene and let the guy go. So we're really confused what's going on, how crime after crime is being committed and people are being let go, but then we're being threatened with arrest for impersonating because of the way our units look.
Okay, sir. Well, I have the information.
Yes, sir.
I'll see if I can find out, and I will call you back either way.
I hope so, sir. With all due respect, no disrespect to you, that's what everyone tells me, and then no one ever calls me back. So God willing, you call me back and let me know what's going on. Because if we're doing something wrong, I'll fix it. You know,
Right.
we've been in business 10 years without a problem until just recently. So,
But like I said, my initial response to you would be to contact their internal affairs unit or their professional standards, which you're saying you've done to no success.
that is correct. Yes, sir. The next step I was thinking was going to FDLE and telling them their professional standards wasn't working.
Right. So what dates are we talking about specifically?
Well, the incident that we're talking about actually happened on the 16th, but I'm sorry.
Of September?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But a couple of weeks before that event happened, we made contact with Vilder. He's been talking to us, asking us questions, and then talking to my employees. But then after the 16th, it's been to the point where it's been heavy questioning, heavy, I would say harassment. I don't know what other word to use. I don't know what else to say. But since the 16th, it's been like it's game on. I just, every time we turn around, there's a phone call or there's a threat or, he showed up at our property the other day where we were moving out.
Well, to be honest, it sounds like Orange County is conducting an ongoing investigation at this time, so I don't know what exactly our stance would be until I get a little more information.
Sure.
And try and find that out, but, at this point, I've heard what you had to say, and I will go ahead and give you a call if there's anything either way.
Yes, sir. All right, sir. I appreciate it.
All right.
All right. Bye.